Do you take anything away from this game? Could you?
No, not really. And I think, as Ali says, I suppose that there will be a slight sense of disappointment from Real Madrid because I think Ali's right that there was a belief that in the APOEL games there may well be a race to get goals, because it may well be that goal difference is important in terms of winning the group or coming second or maybe even qualifying at all. And Real Madrid aren't taken as absolutely guaranteed that they win this group, and so therefore that might matter. This was kind of the game that you expect it to be, the kind of game where Madrid are just too good, but not actually very good by their own standards, and a game in which Cristiano Ronaldo gives them that extra touch of aggression, that extra touch of ambition, gets the goals for them as well that they've perhaps been lacking in his absence in the league, because of course he had that 5-game ban. But no, this was a game that fundamentally, what do you take from it? You take that Real Madrid have got the victory that everyone thought they would get, and possibly even slightly less of a victory than people thought they might get.
Did you go to this game, Sid? Did Sid go to this game? Did you go to this game, Sid, or did you not bother?
No. No. Well, this was one of those nights. No, exactly. No, this is one of those rare occasions when actually the Bernabeu wasn't attractive enough, and this was one of those nights where you try and watch 2 games at once, and it doesn't quite work, to be perfectly honest, every time you try and watch 2 at the same time.
All right, away from where you watch the game, let's talk about.
My point is, why exactly? I mean, how uninteresting a game was that? Seriously.
Well, you could compare
Champions
it to
League, my backside.
I want to talk to Sid about
dilution. Dilution. Money. Nothing for the fans to see. There you go. Till the knockout.
I want to talk about La Liga, Sid. It's the first time we've had the opportunity to talk to you since that draw between Real Madrid and Levante. It leaves Real Madrid, of course, 7th in the table just after 3 games. What's going on?
In truth, I don't think a huge amount. I mean, I think there are 1 or 2 things to pick up on. When they drew with Valencia, I think you could look at it and say Madrid were very unfortunate. I think they were perhaps a little bit unfortunate not to have beaten Levante as well. They certainly had the opportunities to have won it, and won it reasonably comfortably. And yet, I think Zidane was right to insist after the game on the fact that he wasn't pleased with the way that they played. They lacked a little bit of speed. The ball wasn't moved particularly well. It wasn't very fluid. I don't know, but I suspect it plays a bit of a part, the fact that they played at 1 o'clock. That's at least 7 hours and 45 minutes earlier in the day than any of the games they've played this season. This is off the back of international break as well, with Cristiano Ronaldo missing. The thing that's really been, if you like, kind of floated as an idea since this game, and with the Valencia result as well, is that idea that they haven't really replaced either Alvaro Morata or even Mariano, both of whom number 9s, of course, who departed in the summer. And Zidane had said in the summer when Morata went, we need another striker. Then when the squad was kind of closed at the end of the transfer window, he said, we don't need one. Of course, he'd said he needed one because at that stage he thought Mbappe was probably coming. At the end he said, I don't need one because this is the squad he's got. But this time round, in the build-up to this Champions League game, he admitted that, yeah, if you look at this squad and you see that Morata's gone and Mariano's gone, you could say that we lack a number 9, and there could be something in that. But Ronaldo can play there. He's suspended at the moment. Bale can play there. Benzema currently injured, of course, for a month. And also Borja Mayoral, who came on and scored today, although it was ruled out. But I think Madrid are perhaps a little bit light in that position, and it comes back to something we said last year, Dan, that ability to rotate and have an extraordinary squad in terms of strength in depth at Real Madrid did have an element of it that was circumstantial. It was never going to be possible to keep all of those players happy in that manner for an extra season. Last season was the only chance you had to do it, and of course by the end of it you lost James and Morata, who scored 20 goals, and James, who produced more assists than anyone else in the entire squad last season.
Sid, quickly, they're away against Real Sociedad this weekend. We know there will be no Marcelo, no Ronaldo and no Benzema. Is it going to get worse?
Well, it's potentially going to. And I think Real Madrid, of course, they have the talent to win this, and of course they probably should expect themselves to win it. But Real Sociedad has started the season with 3 victories in a row, playing very, very well indeed, and away at Anoeta will not be easy for Real Madrid.
Boys, are you buying this? Nothing
well, it depends what time the kick-off is. I mean, it might be, might need an extra bit of rest time, as Sid said. 7 hours 45. There's a lot you can do.
Does it not affect you though? Is it not a point, the fact that you come back from international?
I never ever thought about a kick-off time coming back as a player. Never. That's just me. Never.
Steve, did it ever cross your mind?
You presumably.
Sid, go on, Sid. No. Go on, Sid.
Sorry, I was going to say you presumably, Craig, didn't have the kind of wide variety of kick-off times that you get in Spain. So what I mean by this is obviously there's not a huge difference in the kick-off times between, saying, doing a 1 o'clock kick-off and a 6 o'clock kick-off. But in Spain it can go from 1 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, and that surely makes quite a big difference. A gap as large as that, doesn't it?